Well, welcome to the studio, the podcast where we tell you about all the new announcements coming up for this week. And for episode 1, we have JM.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me here, Brother Preston.
Yeah, man. So the first announcement that we're going to talk about today is for small groups. So the small group fair is
January 28th.
January 28th. They start on the
February 4th.
Have you done a small group before?
Yeah, I actually led a small group, Coffee Crew, and shout out to you, Coffee Crews.
Cool.
It's been good. Like third time, and
3 times you've done it?
Yeah, this is the third time though.
Mm.
But honestly, beneficial because there's like a lot of people would go to like the coffee meetup sometimes, and they're like, oh, never heard of this place.
Yeah.
And you kind of like showing them like new place to hang out, new place to get coffee, and
That's
I know
what you guys do?
Yeah, I
you
know.
Just go to different places.
Yeah, I know. It's like like you pay or it costs something, but again, it's coffee. Who doesn't like coffee? So
I don't. I would hang out with you guys though.
Well, yeah, like that's the thing. It's not just like coffee. Like there's like Ireland and JP. JP doesn't like coffee, but he still comes.
He's just
he gets
to hang out.
hang out and everything. So it's not all about coffee, but
yeah, it's about the hangout.
It's about the hangout, the fellowship. Right?
Have you been in other small groups?
I've been to what have I been to? Golf, I think.
There's a golf small group. There is now, or there.
The first small group
one?
launch there was.
I wanted to do bowling. Never had a chance though. Bowling? There's a bowling one.
Oh yes, I've been wanting to go with that with brother Howard.
Yeah.
And I could never catch it because it's always on a Monday or something. But
that's what's cool about them though. Is it's like there's like one every day. Yeah.
And it doesn't interfere to like anything. Yeah. It's good. Like like you see church people not only on Sundays.
Yeah.
And Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But every day.
In their natural habitat.
Yep.
You put a lot of sugar in your coffee?
No. I used to.
So the fast for you this coming week is gonna be fine. We're doing sugar.
Sugar, yeah. I think naturally, like people would probably like they would probably like struggle.
Yeah, of course. Because I struggle with sugar.
A lot of people are like, oh, I want some coffee in my sugar, but
coffee in your sugar?
Yeah. So like, that's when you like put mostly sugar.
Oh
in,
yeah,
like coffee. And obviously, like people with like sweet tooth people, like I think you are a sweet tooth
big time
person, right?
So how's that gonna work out for you? Chocolates, ice cream. Well, it's gonna be easy because already this year, I'm not doing any type of sugars for myself. I already said I wasn't gonna do that the whole year, so I'm just having like fruit.
Ooh, natural sugar.
Yeah, natural sugar.
Is that allowed?
I don't know.
But hey,
I think so.
I'm a big Sprite guy.
Yeah.
Sprite, sponsor me.
Coca-Cola.
Same company.
Cherry Coke.
Same company.
Yeah. I like Pepsi sometimes.
Pepsi's whack, bro.
Yeah, honestly, cherry Pepsi can be good, but like Dr. Pepper's good, but I think Coke's better.
But again, we're done with bread, but sugar?
Yeah, sugar's next.
Yep. Have you been to any men's prayer?
Yeah, I've been to
Talking about prayer, yeah.
I've been to like 1 or 2 there early, man. 5:30 a.m.
5:30 on Tuesdays, bro.
The first one I went to was like to film for a video we were doing.
Yeah, with Brother Knobs.
Yeah, Brother Knobs.
Brother Knobs a video.
Yeah,
I knew you shot video from that.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one you've been to.
No, I went to one more. One of the reasons I always mention Brother Vic in the men's prayer announcements is because like he's always there. He's like super faithful with it.
Like hats off to him, like I could never.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm up already, why not? But 5:30, bro. I like my sleep, man.
Yeah. Family prayer though. That's like we were just talking about that. Like family prayer is really been picking up.
Oh yeah. We're kind of pushing it with our music team too.
Yeah.
If anyone can make it, it's honestly been beneficial.
Yeah.
Like honestly, when I I try to be here constantly.
Yeah.
For that, but honestly, it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Just like pray and like it doesn't have to be like 1 hour. It doesn't have to be like as long as you come.
Yeah.
As long
as
you show up,
God. We were saying earlier too, it really feels like the church is getting a hold of God, and a lot more people have been going to family night prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this is a direct correlation, but they always say when there's more prayer, like revival happens
Oh, yeah.
after that.
Definitely.
And you're seeing like in our worship service and like the way people are responding to preachings,
yeah.
like our altars for worship service are getting packed.
Oh yeah.
I'm so proud of the youth boys and like all these families, and I always used to be embarrassed like to go to the front or to worship or to stand up or to lift my hands and stuff, but I would always see Brother Sablon do it on his own. Unashamed. And I was always like, man, I want to be like that one day, because I've always wanted to create a church where my kids wouldn't have to be brave.
Yeah.
It's just the norm. And you're seeing that now in
Yeah.
church, and I think that's a big part of that is because of prayer.
You know, like one
Prayer
thing
times.
Josh said, you know, I'd rather be remembered how I praise and how I worship than be remembered not, oh, that's the guy who doesn't worship. Oh, that's the guy who doesn't come to the front, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you remember Brother Sablon, you know, like
Yeah, I remember
crazy worshiper, crazy dancer, you know, that's how I remember
Wasn't
it.
afraid of anything.
And he's probably like, you know, that's how I want to be remembered, you know? So, you know, I think it takes a lot of, now I wouldn't say guts, but, you know, yeah, like, it's scary sometimes.
Yeah.
But,
it takes a little bit of guts, too, to pray, step up to pray, if you're not used to, like, because sometimes you can, like, feel embarrassed for people to hear you praying.
oh, yeah.
And it's step up to pray like it's outside, and it's on the steps of City Hall, and there's literally politicians and, like, council
There's
members.
people like that.
And, like, the mayor are, like, walking around, like, sometimes there's cameras. But, you know, the crazy thing is, like, these prayers are affecting these people. And it's affecting our city.
Yeah.
You know, and more people are starting to stand up for, like, righteousness.
Oh, yeah.
And truth. And I think a big part of that is also because of Step Up to Pray, Tuesdays at 4.
It's
Crazy how it
interfaith.
started, though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, how it's interfaith, that it's not just us. It's not just this local church, it's not just UPCI.
It's everyone.
It's, yeah.
Everyone.
Like, whoever believes in Jesus
honestly,
and is ready to
everyone's
pray.
welcome.
Yeah.
I mean, we had, council member Mike Diaz.
Yeah.
Joins us, like, for, like, I think 2 months in a row that he's going. Which
And,
is cool, you know?
and, like, led some prayers.
And I think the only, not only one, but, like, the one that I remember is that there's a lot of people that went, and it's as bad as I say, like, most people are not even from our church.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started it.
Which is a good thing,
It's
though.
a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing. We started it, but there's more and more people that knows about it. There's more and more people that comes, you know?
Yeah.
And they're just, like, it's just prayer, you know?
Yeah. From our church, though, got to give kudos to Brother Tim Geyer Sr. and Brother Anderson.
Brother Anderson.
They're, like, every time I go, like, those guys are always there. Like, they're faithful to step up to pray.
And every picture that pastor posts on Instagram, they're
They're
always
always
there.
there, I
They're
know.
always there. So you know, like, who goes, you know?
Yeah.
So that's another thing, like, you know, I think that's why he said prayer kind of, like, pushes revival. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's the outcome of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because little do we know, like, we pray on certain days. Like, there's ladies' prayer sometimes on Friday, I think, I would say.
Yeah.
There's, we pray, like, there's youth prayer sometimes on
Mhm.
Wednesdays, you know.
Yeah.
And Thursdays or whatnot, Saturdays, like, there's prayer every day leading to Sunday.
Right.
What we're not realizing is that we're preparing the way
Mm-hmm.
for God
For
on
what
Sunday,
else is gonna
you know?
happen, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
We're, like, laying...
Mhm.
It's not that we're laying out the path, but it's like we're... Like, people say you're saturating the place with prayer. Because, like, prayer is just talking to God, and it's like, hey, we're trying to get a hold of you. We're not just here for a service or an event.
we're not here
It's
for
like we're actually here for a relationship with you.
Remember the 24-hour chain prayer?
Yeah.
Bro, I kid you not, when I signed up
Those
for
are
the
cool.
4:30,
Mm-hmm.
like, I think we start like morning, and then it comes like the next morning.
Yeah.
4:30 in the morning here the next day, coming into the church, the atmosphere is very
You
thick
just feel it, huh?
with 3 C's.
Just get
Thick.
chills.
Yeah, like, it's that thick, you know, like,
Mhm.
I feel like that's how we are now, like, we're preparing every day for
Yeah.
the Sunday, coming in here, you know, like, God's
Yeah.
just like, boom, like,
Mhm.
last Sunday night, bro. Kudos
Yeah,
again
it's
to, like,
powerful.
you know, like I told the youth boys, that's how it started, you know, like,
Mhm.
when people see you guys, they're encouraged, people will go, and boom, like,
Yeah.
God moved.
Speaking of youth service on Wednesday nights, but it's not just youth services.
Midweek Manna.
It's midweek manna.
Forgot about
It's
that.
midweek mania. It's midweek service. The adults have
Midweek
their
discipleship.
classes. Discipleship, New Life.
Hyphen.
The Hyphen have their own class. It's always like a little. It feels lengthy and like tongue twisty to like write the Wednesdays into the announcements because it's always like kids, youth, hyphen, New Life and Discipleship, and adult classes, and hyphen classes. Like here are the.
But that's a good thing. There's a
yeah,
lot
because there's so many classes
it's
on
for
Wednesdays.
everyone, you know.
Yeah.
What else we miss?
Let's see. We got fasting, the small groups, prayer times, and Wednesdays. That's pretty much it.
Pretty much it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I am thrilled to be here for the first episode of the
I'm glad to have you here for the first
Thank
episode.
you. Thank you. Hey, if you need another guest, bro, let me know.
Yeah, I'll have you on next time with Stone King.
Hey. Manifest that.
Yeah. Well, that's all for this week.
God bless and enjoy the rest of your service. Of the service.
All right, cool.
Splice that.